Slight disclaimer, this video is being recorded before E3 2018, but is going to be released during after it. So everything in this video is, as normally, purely speculation, and if this contradicts or lines up with anything involving E3 2018, then it's pure coinkadink coincidence, however you pronounce it from where you're from. Moving on, the Paper Mario series is kind of a weird thing. From what I've seen, the majority of the fans are people who grew up playing the pure RPG-style Paper Mario games. Personally, I haven't played a Paper Mario game before Super Paper Mario, which was the Paper Mario game that seems to be inspired by the more 2D Mario core series games, like, the new Super Mario Bros. It was kind of like that, but with its own take on it, of course. I know that may not qualify me to be a quote-unquote true Paper Mario fan, but screw it, you bunch of Gen 1ers. So anyway, here I am, going to be talking about Paper Mario and Smash Bros. For the Switch, because I do these kind of videos, ladies and gentlemen. Like normal, we're going to start with the probability here. So Paper Mario, in my opinion, has always had a high chance of entering Smash Bros. Why he hasn't yet is more or less up for fan speculation, but the most reasonable thing to assume here is that Nintendo just didn't think that the Paper Mario franchise would be something that could benefit off of Smash, since all Paper Mario and Smash Bros. Games span throughout multiple consoles. In other words, you make Paper Mario a character for Smash Bros. On the Wii, for example, then people will buy the Wii Paper Mario game. Not for any hardcore specific reason, it's just purely out of convenience and familiarity with the system. It's just that's just what you're used to because that's what you're playing Smash Bros. On. So the same thing could apply to the 3DS, the same thing could apply to the Wii U, the Switch, yada yada yada. In recent years, the Paper Mario games haven't been well praised. Sticker Star was a return to the RPG style that the franchise had began with, but with the implementation of stickers, I guess it just didn't stick well with veteran fans. That was a bad pun. Paper Mario was just that. Paper Mario. It was simple and unique, and that's kind of what it made it special, in my opinion. It was a weird blend of
Why?
and I guess the addition of stickers as a gimmick of gameplay just added an uncomfortable amount of the why and not enough of the woe. Truth be told, I know that fans would heavily enjoy Paper Mario being introduced to Smash Bros., whether the current state of his franchise is healthy or not. As for his overall chances, I see them relatively high, like an 8 at lowest. If Nintendo announced anything Paper Mario related at this E3, then you can bet your Smurf Heine that it'll be 10 or higher. Because the Paper Mario games have changed rather drastically throughout the franchise, creating a moveset can be kinda weird, but let's take our best crack at it. You have plenty of inspiration, but is it too much? Throughout the Paper Mario games that I've played, jumping is the main cause of damage. Obviously, in Smash Bros., jumping normally doesn't hurt people. I mean, you can footstool, but that's a game mechanic and not really a character move or attack. Jumping aside, let's go over some of the other ideas that I've gathered up for Paper Mario in Smash Bros. His jab would just be a simple 1-2 punch ending with a hammer, and his dash being, well, a dash. He'll just dash into the opponents, kind of like face planting in Paper Jam. Starting with his standard special, concerning his specials. This move, I couldn't really think of a name for it, so I'm calling it Page for now. I'll probably think of a better name, or you guys can come up with one in the comments. But originally, I was going to place his hammer here, since that's kind of more traditional. However, after hopping onto the World Wide Web, I found some other really cool options that people have posted. This one specifically comes from a user on Smashboards named Aldela Row 5. I hope I said that right. He proposes an attack that would place Paper Mario into a thinking-like state, which will proc a small horizontal menu above Paper Mario that allows him to pick a specific party member from Thousand Year Door to accompany him in the fight. Personally, I'm not sure how I feel about utilizing characters from Thousand Year Door, considering that we'd also have to come up with some sort of move set for them, unless they're just used for like 20 seconds until they disappear, but then if that's the case, then they just work better as trophies. Instead, I would propose the Pixels from Super Paper Mario. These don't feel like fully fleshed out characters like the Thousand Year Door characters do. They are, in their initial game, what they would be here in Smash: the help. I feel like that the Pixels just kind of fit better here, and that's not to disrespect or downgrade the Thousand Year Door partners in the slightest. In fact, it should be taken as a compliment. Do you, as a veteran fan, really want those partners to be undermined like that? Wouldn't they just fit better and actually work better as trophies? Anyway, there's quite a number of different pixels that Paper Mario can choose from. There's 9 pixels total that you're required to get as a part of the story, with 4 more being optional. The majority of them could actually affect Paper Mario's stats, like how Shulk works. Dashel would make Paper Mario faster, Thudley would make him heavier and harder to knock back, Kudge would make his launches farther, Thorio, I think that's how you say it, can increase his grab range, and lastly, Carrier can make him lighter or give him a temporary float mechanic like Peach. If you guys can come up with other effects that the Pixels would have, feel free to let me know. I kind of was struggling with ones like Piccolo. Wait, I think I said that right. So again, please feel free to let me know in the comments or any other source of contact that you have with me, because I'm on social media, guys. It's kind of what YouTube is. Next is his side special. This I felt like would be kind of where the hammer would go, aside from just his standard jab. So this attack is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a hammer spin attack. Paper Mario swings that wooden hammer of his around a few circles, hitting the enemy a couple times. Most people would imagining this attack to kind of be more of his dash, but let me explain what makes this a special move. After spinning around a few times, if you time it right, Paper Mario will toss the hammer as a projectile forwards in the direction that he was spinning. Sniping off the field with this would not only be fun, but it would be skill-oriented and it would be cool, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, guys. As for his down special, I want this attack, or this move rather, to kind of relate to his standard special. So as a temporary name placeholder thingy, I have this called Turn the Page. This attack links up with the standard special, as I've already mentioned. Once you use the standard special attack to have a pixel tag along with you, you'll have something of a charge meter. At the beginning of any match, this charge meter is already full, but the longer that you keep a pixel accompanied with you, it becomes empty and it depletes. You can recharge it with the down special, essentially turning the page, which is kind of where I got that name from, but I know it's a dumb name, so please feel free to give me something else here, guys. Lastly is his up special. This, I was kind of having struggle with this because according to a lot of people, they just want 1,000 Year Door to kind of revolve around the entity of Paper Mario in Smash Brothers. So everything up special wise that I saw was just have a paper Koopa Troopa kind of help him fly kind of thing. I'm not exactly too prone on that, just because, again, that's having a 1,000 Year Door partner for a simple move. I feel like that undermines them. So for this, I kind of have something called Spring Jump, and I did see something on this on Smashboards as well. Basically, with this attack, Paper Mario crumbles down and then springs up upwards, kind of like a spring. I wouldn't think that this attack would be charge-based, but I guess it could be if it absolutely needed to. If so, then it could work like Diddy Kong's up special, but directly upwards and not any direction that you see fit. And if it's not chargeable, then it could be more like Sonic's. But either way, I think that he would actually float downwards once the attack or jump animation is over, and then just kind of float and fly like paper. I feel like that'll be pretty cool. Other specifics into his moveset could be the roll from 1,000 Year Door, or flipping to spot dodge like he does from 3D to 2D and in Super Paper Mario, and that's just paper for you. So there's that. Next we have stages, and Paper Mario actually already has a stage into Smash Brothers, specifically being the 3DS version of Smash Brothers 4, and this is fine. But we could just run with another paper version of a Mario stage, like Bowser's Castle, because currently we don't have Bowser's Castle as a stage, and the more I think about it, the weirder that is. So yeah, we could have paper Bowser's Castle. I feel like that'll be pretty cool. As for his skins, you could pretty much just port the same ones over from Mario, but including like a red Mr. L. I would love to see Luigi or a possible Paper Luigi kind of get that skin, but I don't think that Paper Luigi will be in the game, and I also don't think that Luigi... It would be cool if Luigi got the skin, because aside from Paper Mario, he's the only character that would have relation to that skin, so, but that's pretty much it. Lastly is trophies and items. Now, I've already mentioned the party members of A Thousand Year Door being trophies, so you can discuss that further in the comments if you'd like, but I feel like that the items is really the more interesting thing here. From what I know, most of the items in the Paper Mario games are rather similar to those from the RPG Mario series, like Bowser's Inside Story. We could add some of the things like that as items, kind of like the syrup jar, or maybe some of the RPG Mario attacks like Snack Basket or something. I mean, summoning a fattened Luigi to fall across the stage like Snorlax or Nintendog would be pretty hilarious to see. So all in all, this concludes my theories for Paper Mario being in Smash Bros. For the Switch. Again, this is being recorded before E3, but it will release during or after. So as of the time of this recording, I already have 2 videos planned to release during the week of E3, one of which I think already came out. So I figured I would just, kind of let those sit there for a bit and not overbook myself. So that's why this is coming out rather later. Anyway, guys, again, thank you all for watching. This is Jake, logging out. Bye.